Alright, the next one I want to talk about is the Crimson Saga. But before that, I just want to basically give my quick retrospective. I do apologize. And I forgot, I should have mentioned this on my 2002 Unlimited match. Retrospective is that, believe it or not, while there also Elliot was doing King of Fighter 2002, remember that was Elliot, or Elliot, excuse me, Elliot, their own version 2002, which is the dream match, the second dream match. When SNK bought, or Playmore bought SNK, and now it's SNK Playmore, they basically made a deal with Sega, and Sammy Sega, believe it or not, developed a King of Fighter game. You're like, oh yeah? Yes. And this one is called, at the same time, basically was released at the same time, or months later after King of Fighter 2002 is King of Fighter Neowave. So what is this? Well, it's basically King of Fighter 2002 with a bit of different characters, different roster a bit, but not so much. But it is supposed to be like an alternate King of Fighter 2002 because most of the casts are basically there. But there are some changes, like such as one of the changes is that there is, they call it, this team is basically called Shingo's team, and it's supposed to be it's a reference to King of Fighter 2001's ending when Shingo created the Japan team, and then in the end, spoiler, the Japan team broke off. Basically, Kyo just told Shingo, dude, really seriously, get alive. The Japan team is not what it used to be, so he kind of sad. And who came in, Kyo's dad, Saishio Kusanagi, and said, stick with me and I'll train you how to be Kyo. And this is what basically the reference is, because Shingo's team, because he teams up with Kula and Saishio. Yeah, it's a weird team, but well, hey, it's a team, so at least Saishio's back. And then an alternate team is Hun, the Korean team. It's rather than Kim with Chang and Choi, it's Hun. Hun is basically the team captain there again because Hun got the boot in 2002. And remember, these both games were developed before Unlimited Match, so that's the reason why. And those are some of the changes. And again, there's no NES Cartel team or, Kula, K49, and Angel. This one, but I'll explain later. Heck, doesn't even have the 2000 team or the Agent team. Seth, Vanessa, and Ramon. And I'll explain that later what happened. So it has a bit of less roster than 2002, but that's a more interesting character. Like Sashu's there. So the question is, why even make this game? What's the point of this if you have 2002? Well, here's a hint of what's happening at the same time. SNK was looking for a new game engine to try for their SNK game, and they say, well, why not try the Atomiswave, which is Sammy Sega's. Later on they did it with Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, and I heard rumor that the home console version of King of Fighter 2003, and of course, King of Fighter 11, again I'll explain later, they also used this Astonishing Wave engine. That's later on in the Crimson Saga part. So that was the whole point. They wanted to test the engine to see how it works. Now they're using a 3D engine on a 3D fighting game. That's what it is. So, anyway, that's the reason why Neowave there. But is it, well, it has less character? Yeah. First of all, one is, who's the boss of this one? Is it Rugal like in 2002? And it's not. It's actually Geese Howard or his younger self. It's his younger self before Fatal Fury. And the reason why is one of the hint basically is that there was a storyline that in Art of Fighting, Geese made an appearance, and a lot of the events are supposed to take place before Fatal Fury, and that's why he has a suit and he has longer hair. And like I said, it was supposed to be a young Geese. He was the boss in 2000 in Neowave. So I said, what about hidden characters? Well, yeah, some of the characters do have alternate version of themselves, kind of like what you do in '97 or '98, if you remember. You push the start button on Kyo or '97, you play Kyo '94, and not Kyo 5000 and or Kyo Fighter '98, Kyo '98, and then Kyo '95. The same thing with Neowave, what they did. So and I can't remember which one is which. Like for Hun, you push the start button, it's Kim Kapuan. K, I think, is Geese. Saishu is Rugal. Whip is Vanessa, from what I heard. Maxima is supposed to be set. I can't remember some of them. But of course, for Kyo, well, Kusanagi, if you don't remember, I talked about Kusanagi, the magical clone. Yeah, he's in the game. He's basically an alternate for Kyo. And then the PlayStation 2 version, believe it or not, actually had Angel and Mei Li. Unfortunately, just like King Fighter Reboot, 94 Reboot, and some of the game that explains more in the SNK V-Blog is a Neowave basically was only the Xbox in America. Originally it was going to be the PS2, but again, same deal. There was a price issue problem at the time, and SNK said, you know what, we're not going to deal with this. It'll be an Xbox exclusive. There you go. And the PS2 version actually had Melee and Angel. So you say, why how come not the Xbox version? Because there was a rumor report that said that SNK of America didn't pay the license for it, or Microsoft refused to pay the license for it for Aeolit. So that's why no Angel, no Melee, unless you're re-releasing them for 2002. And that's why in my previous V-Blog about King Fighter 14, I was surprised that they brought back Angel, because from what I heard in the past report, that SNK don't even have the rights for those characters because Elliot has them. They belong to Elliot. Melee, Angel, and K49 was Elliot's property. And I guess it's not the facts anymore since Angels and King Fighter 14. So anyway, that is what Neowave is. For Neowave, it's an alternate version of King Fighter 2002 using a new game engine called Atomiswave.